My name is Mr. Jenkins, and we're looking at evaluating expressions with powers using order of operations. To do this, we have to remember the 4 steps of the order of operations. The first is parentheses, and you want to make sure anytime you see parentheses, we work the operations inside there. Then we deal with the exponents, and again, that's anything that has the little exponent or power. Then multiplication and division, and that we want to make sure we always go left to right according to the problem, because multiplication and division are considered the same step. And lastly, addition and subtraction, and they also get dealt with from left to right according to the problem, because addition and subtraction are considered the same step. Now what I want to do is give you a couple examples and show you a wrong way to do it and a right way. If we have 20 minus 2 squared times 3, the wrong way would do this would be if you took 20 and you subtracted 2 and you got 18, and we're going to square that times 3. Then you remember I need to use powers before multiplication. 18 squared, which is 324, times 3. And finally, 324 times 3 is 972. Now, I already labeled this the wrong way, so let's look at the right way. 20 minus 2 squared times 3. Remember, we want to use exponents first. 2 squared, which is 4. And then I'm just going to rewrite all the other things and do one step at a time. The next step was multiplication division. Since there's no division, we do have a multiplication here. 4 times 3, which is 12, and we have 20 minus 12. Finally, we have addition, subtraction, and we see subtraction. 20 minus 12 is 8. Now, if you look at your two answers, obviously 972 is not anywhere close to 8, and because you subtracted instead of using the exponent first, we obviously got an answer that didn't match up with the correct answer. So be careful. Make sure you know your steps. If you look at another one, we get 7 squared minus 9 minus the quantity 9 minus 6 squared. Well, you may see this too and want to distribute this. And you have 7 squared minus 81 minus 36. Then you remember, I need to use the parentheses first. So 81 minus 36 is 45. So you have 7 squared minus 45. And then you go, okay, after parentheses is exponents. So 7 squared is 49 minus 45, and your answer is 4. Now that's a reasonable answer. But let's look at what happens when we do it the right way. If we dealt with the parentheses before we distribute the exponent, which technically you're not allowed to do, we get 7 squared minus, this is 9 minus 6, which is 3, squared. Now if we look at the exponents, we have 7 squared, which is 49, minus 3 squared, which is 9. And now we just use subtraction here. 49 minus 9 is 40. Now even though 4 is a reasonable answer, it obviously is wrong because you're not allowed to distribute the exponent across the quantity. Give these two down here a try, and then check back and hopefully our answers will match up. Let's see how you did. If you look here, order of operations, so I'm going to rewrite here, would say look for parentheses. Since there aren't any parentheses, we move along to exponents. And it looks like here we have 3 to the 4th power. Well, 3 to the 4th power is 81. And then since we're doing one step at a time, I'm going to rewrite everything else. Now after we do exponents, the next thing is multiplication and division. Well, it looks like here I have a multiplication and division, but remember, you go left to right with that. So 81 divided by 9 is 9. And then finally, the only thing left is to multiply 9 times 4, and your answer is 36. If we look at number 2, it says 4 squared plus 3 squared minus 2 to the 3rd inside parentheses. Well, remember from before, we want to work on the parentheses first. So we check out in here, and I notice that in order to get rid of the parentheses, we're going to have to use exponents and then subtract. So 3 squared is 9, minus 2 to the third is 8. And then I'm going to just continue bringing the 4 squared since we're doing only one step at a time. So we went inside the parentheses and dealt with the exponents. And then inside the parentheses we add and subtract. 9 minus 8 is 1. So you're left with 4 squared plus 1. We have to come back out here. Since there's no parentheses, then we look at this exponent. 4 squared is 16 plus 1. And then finally 16 plus 1 is 17. Remembering your order of operations is very important. And to make sure you follow through with correct calculations and work well.